Welcome. My name is Melissa Brace, and we're going to talk a little bit about the 444 portal. It's April 4th, 2020, and a little bit of an energy update and kind of discuss what that means a little bit for all of us. Overall, the portal means kind of an open door where the energy or consciousness opens up a little bit and allows us to rise up in energy frequency in our consciousness. And so today was a really big day. I think the energies have not been lined up like this for a long time. But overall, today, the meaning of the portal is Great Awakening or Awakening. And so we're kind of coming into springtime, and although it was 35 and 36 degrees here today, and last week it was 98 degrees. So in the overall meaning as well of our 444 portal is kind of a bringing together, a bridging together, and integrating energies that are very extremely dual or dichotomy of each other. I thought I would just pull a couple of cards. I got out the Gateway card deck by Denise Lynn, and just asked, said a couple of prayers and asked if there could be anything we can know about this time period for all of us where we're still, kind of in quarantine, shut down, worry about the coronavirus. The first card I'm getting is Emerging into Grace. I open my soul to grace. And that really makes sense because I think all of us in these times are really integrating our shadow selves, which could be, good and bad pieces all at once, and seeing really big jumps of extremes in people's behaviors and things like that. I open my soul to grace. And I think that's a perfect description, actually, of the 444 portal, which opens a door for all of us in grace to leave behind some of the bad things, the traumas, the pains, the angers, the wounds that we have as the world unfolds, and realize that all of us are realizing in mass consciousness how creepy it's been, how it's not been, balanced at all for a very long time. And so as we step forward into grace, we kind of can have a newness of this heaven and earth that, we've been praying for and working toward it for generations and generations and generations. I like that. See what else we can focus on. Launching your journey. I think in this time period, it's also really important for us all to go in our hearts and really realize that our passions are unfolding, and we might just change each one of us change just a little bit. It doesn't mean we're not going to be with the same family members. It doesn't mean we're not going to have the same job, but it could mean that we are releasing old ideas and paradigms and stepping into new ones and going for a really big, dreams come true kind of thing. So launching your journey. So there's a newness. It's like a gateway or portal, 444 portal to newness and balance. And of course, grace, like we just pulled the card. The bottom of the card says, I am an intrepid traveler, willing forth into the universe. Oh, sailing forth into the universe. There's little suitcases and stuff on there. So we don't know for each one of us or collectively exactly what this means coming into the, coming into the new age. But we each have new pieces, newness. I like it. How about one more from the Gateway cards? Revealing radiance. And I think this is really an important one as well, because many of us have, not only has society, the world, humanity, sort of been dulled down, dumbed down, told not to shine, told to be whoever someone else wanted us to be. But we either forgot or were sort of taken from our awareness how to shine, how to be our full selves, how to be our higher selves, how to be ourselves. So it's a really, really good time just to really be grateful for yourself and remind you and each other that we're important. You know, that's always been a thing for decades for me, to share it and to look at myself. It's been a journey. Revealing radiance. My light illuminates the world. I couldn't even choose better cards for this 444 portal energy update, because those are all perfect. Launching your journey, emerging into grace, revealing your radiance, and being willing to be yourself. And I just think it's brilliant, because all of us have been just like pulling away pieces that have shut us down, made us feel bad about ourselves, given us doubt, all of those things. And in this portal, this 444 portal, it's time for us to really see at least some glimpses of our next phase of life, direction. And during this, coronavirus, where we're all worried about COVID-19, which is just oppressive and obsessively rude and painful for all of us, to remember these pieces that to shine, to radiate, and to kind of ask for grace in every circumstance is a really good idea. Yeah, this is also a good time. I chose another card deck, and what I got was for us was star bathing. Star bathing. And it says light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. It's a huge day for all of these things. Light body. So that would be our consciousness inside of us, our connection, our spark of God inside of us, our higher selves inside of us. And the crystal grid would be the earth grid of higher frequencies, like the new matrix. And transmission and activation. That's absolutely what's happening today. Couldn't have chosen a better one. So star bathing can also mean really receiving downloads from the light of God. And knowing that there's a bigger picture and a bigger awareness out there that we'll always be learning through the rest of our lives, and our children will, and our grandchildren will. It's pretty cool, I think. That's good. Let's do another one out of this deck. Breath of the Cosmos. Oh, got two. Ooh, I needed this one today. The first one I got was loosen your grip. Loosen coping mechanisms, density, addiction, and let God in. It's hard for all of us sometimes as our views change, our very breath of life changes. We can let go and go with the flow, kind of is what this is saying. Loosen your grip. Let's roll with it, God. And the breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. So aligning in divine will, divine truth in God, aligning in God, it's a really good day for this. And we'll just smoothly flow through. Another thing that's happening, in the universe is that even though we're having some days where it's just really awful, hard, bad, surprisingly bad, there might be some really, really wonderful days that are really blissful. I was doing a reading the other day, and there was a woman that I was talking to, and she was saying, yes, I want to check in about this and this, and she's been working on, life circumstances and things like that. I gotta say, her stuff was not easy, simple stuff all the time. And she said, but I kind of feel guilty because I've been feeling a little bit blissful. And I thought, I almost just wanted to just reach through the phone and say, congratulations. That's, your truth shining through, your illumination shining through, even though you get to cry, you get to be sad, you get to be mad about whatever it was going on for her. Feeling the light of God and emanating the light of God just puts us in a place of bliss or happiness, even if just for a second, and we have to work on it to get to the next one, even if just for a minute. And she said, I just don't want to feel guilty because, all of these bad things, or I don't even remember what it was, family, friends, whatever it was. And she said, so I'm just going to focus on that so that I can be blissful, be happy, share that with the world. And I just thought she was brilliant and wonderful. So if any of you have been feeling the big dichotomy, like upset, sad, mad, scared, angry, anything, loss, grief, and you felt a little bit happy later, that's good. That's the energy that's coming in and teaching our systems, teaching our consciousness how to focus and think. And it is your divine right to be happy. It is your divine right to be in a state of love and bliss and joy. And we're bringing that into the physical plane, which is, as we know, a little bit crunchy and a little bit painful and a little bit overwhelming and a little bit just crazy sometimes. And in this portal time and upcoming, because this is an opening, so the energy will keep going. We can maybe almost like change our patterns, change our mindsets, change as we go along and focus on things like abundance and the things that we do want. When your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. And that's true. I've seen it many times. I love seeing people unfold in their next parts of their life or journey. When your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. I can say that's a truth for sure. I love these cards. These are the Starseeds cards. Little inspiration cards. Let's do another one then, if we like it. I was seeing in the energy as well, people's, in this time period in April, throat chakras being opened a little bit so they can be themselves and express where in the past maybe some of us have been very oppressed. I know for me, for the last few years, I have not said a word about so many things that I have wanted to say a lot about, things that were hard for me, very challenging, and it sort of scrunched me. It sort of dulled my light. And so I really like that one, the many little visions that I've been having. Also at this time, I've been feeling for myself and others a really neat, beautiful connection to our angels. And so that's why I did a blue candle today. The angels sometimes are represented by blue. So the celestial beings, I am feeling that more than ever in my entire lifetime for all of us, where we kind of recognize and we just kind of go, oh, that was my friend, my childhood invisible friend when I was 3 years old, and have an awareness that we are not alone. Though I think probably most of us, most of our lifetimes, feel very alone. Even if we're having a giant family or lots of friends or are married, it's kind of a lonely trek here. And I'm seeing that that energy is changing as well, where we can feel the truth of loved ones, guides and guardian angels being with us and just walking with us, because they're this far from us in our energy fields. We couldn't feel them. We couldn't remember them before. Someone asked me actually today, because I've had the job of being a medium for so many years, like about, can I feel my family members and friends and loved ones that have passed? And I say, not all the time. And they said, well, what is that about? Because, you would expect the psychic medium to be chatting with their dead loved ones all the time. Well, first, that would make me schizophrenic. And second, I can't just ask everything. I mean, then I would know the lottery numbers, and that would make me irresponsible, not knowing in my own journey. I would never learn anything. If I had, a guide or a family member just going, hey, by the way, we get nudges, we can feel our loved ones, but I do not see them like I do in appointments all the time. So it's made me mad over the years on occasion, but so I'm feeling in this time period, our loved ones, our angels, our support teams, our ascension teams, just coming in so close, and we feel so comfortable, like we're at home and we are no longer alone. And so we have that awareness waking up in our physical plane, our 3D physical. The next card that I pulled was Courage. Oh, I love this one. I love it. Live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. Courage. Live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. As I said, I personally have been working on how oppressed and suppressed I've been in many ways. And I've just been so squished in the last 2-3 years, actually. And I'm learning how to have courage enough to share and speak out and be myself again. And so that's, pretty cool to me. And I think in humanity, we all have some of that. We all have. Let's do one more of those for this 444 portal energy. Oh, and the other thing, what if our guides and guardian angels are just saying, take my hand, we've got you. And your soul family, soul group, our souls are all connected, and we're going to be able to be aware of that and no longer feel alone. A little bit more and a little bit more as the days go on. Okay, this one fell out a second ago, and it is Earth Guide. Your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. I love it. Couldn't have said that better. Earth Guide. On this earth, all of us light workers, empaths, psychics, mediums, healers, teachers, ministers, medical service to humanity people. Your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. I think we can't run and hide from it anymore. The light's coming. The light of God is coming. Can't run and hide. I just want to thank you all so much for the support and positives. I hope this has been helpful. Blessings on your April 4th, 2020. Portal time and energy time. Blessings, guys. See you soon.